All right, so I'm just a idiotic, stupid dog, and I'm the idiotic, stupid man. And what this thing is all about is that me and the man are in a discussion, and I might add, dog, it's a heated discussion. I know it's a heated discussion. He don't want to talk about the fact that a bullet zipped by. Don't even say it. He don't want to talk about the fact that a bullet zipped. Don't even. Our fans don't want us to delve into this bullshit. We live in a fantasy world. We exist in a fantasy world. We don't have to, delve into the horrifying nitty gritty of everyday life. But I was like, the man, and the dog was like, the man was like, dog, you want to talk about an assassin's bullet? You want to start talking about an assassin's bullet? They'll be dropping off in droves. We won't have no subscribers left. They don't want to get into that bullshit. They want to be catapulted into a fantasy world of our own creation where we exist, in a bubble that's part of the world, but we're not in the world. Or we're in the world, but we're not part of the world. I don't know how that works. And I was like, well, hey, man, remember when you said Joe Biden looks like a zombie that's walking around like somebody took a knitting needle up and gave him a home remedy lobotomy? You said looked like Joe Biden had a home remedy lobotomy, and the man was like, I didn't. That was said in confidence. That's not. And I'm like, stupid dog. Anyways, the man had gone to the barber shop. Dog, don't even start. The man had gone to the barber shop, and when he came home with his haircut, which looks like looks like a German haircut. It's shaved on the sides. He still has enough hair even at 58. He can get a German haircut where they shave you bald on the sides of your head and just leave the hair up on top like Arnold Schwarzenegger's brother. It's very, very disturbing. The man was like, dog, I don't think we want to even delve into this bullcrap. And finally the man was like, did you set the timer? I was like, yeah, I set the timer. The man was like, did you set that fucking timer? And I was like, yeah, I set the timer for 4 minutes. I think we got like a 2 minutes and 45 seconds left. And the man was like, all right, then, go ahead. Go ahead, the dog. Say what you got to say. I was like, the man, I'm just saying, when you came home from the barber shop, you said that everybody was blown away that the fact that Joe Biden had dropped out of the race and he had committed his full and furlong endorsement to Kamala Harris. And the man was like, yeah, that's what I said when I came home, yeah. And you start making fun of my Nazi haircut. It's not a Nazi haircut, it's a regular haircut. And the dog, I was like, yeah, whatever, it's all right, don't worry about it. But anyways, when you came home, you started saying that at the barber shop where you got your hair cut in a beautiful, posh, elitist neighborhood in western Kentucky, where maybe they should love Andy Brashear a little bit more than they do. I don't know. It's just me. You were saying that all your friends, all your cohorts, and the man was like, they're not my friends. They're my associates. They're my hair club. It's a hair club for men where we get our hair cut at the barbershop. Some of them are bald. Some of them are whatever. Some of them don't have the hair that they thought they had. Some of them, like me, have a decent head of hair left at the age of 58. But we're all in the hair club for men. We're getting our hair cut. We pay like $20 with it. That includes the tip. But whatever. I was like, yeah, all right, the man. But when you came home, you said a few of them, the more ultra-conservative were trying to claim that Kamala Harris was not black. And the man was like, yeah, that's what they said. They said she wasn't really black. She was Hawaiian. And then what did I say, the man? You said, dog, that they're afraid of Kamala Harris being black and that you cannot believe that in this day of our Lord 2024 that the script has flipped so hard that it used to be you would try to get somebody down and hold them down because they were black, and now you're afraid to let them up and maybe they'll beat you if they're black. I was like, that's precisely the man. They're trying to say that Kamala Harris is Hawaiian because they're afraid to admit she might have some black blood in her. And the man was like, the man didn't even want to really admit that she had some black blood in her because I think he's a little bit, he's a bit of an arch conservative himself. And he was like, I don't know that you're right about your your supposition, or well, it's not a supposition. It's a anterior. It's not an anterior motive. It's not an ancillary point. It's like a thing where you say you're like just you're subjectively or objectively making a point. And I was like, yeah. This is the point. Your conservative friends are afraid that Kamala Harris is a big-time black person, and they don't want to admit she's black because they know they're going to go straight back into the Barack Obama syndrome, and they're going to be stuck again with another president for 4 years. And I'm a young stupid dog, and I was like, dog, I can't even believe you would say that. And I was like, I'm a student of humanity because I'm a canine. I can do it objectively. And the man's like, whatever. And I was like, yeah. Here's the problem. Your conservative friends are afraid to admit that Kamala Harris is black because they don't want her to have no black blood, and they're trying to say she's Hawaiian because they fear the fact that if she's got some black blood, she's going to be able to win the presidency away from Trump. And it used to be in the old days, they would like shower her with her black praise, make sure everyone understands she's got black blood, make sure everyone understands she's got some black in her, because that was a racial thing that could demean her. And now it's a racial thing that uplifts her. And the man, he got spiteful. I was like, oh, man. He didn't want to admit it because he's pretty conservative himself. I mean, like stupid dog. I was the one trying to side on either side. I was just trying to make a point that, yes, it's a factoid. It's a factor that the conservatives are railing against the fact that Kamala Harris, they're trying to make conspiracy theories that Kamala Harris is just a Hawaiian. She's not black. They're trying to do the old Barack Obama Hawaiian thing because they're trying to say, whatever, she ain't black, so none of the blacks, the Mexicans, or all the minorities. Oh my God, that's the timer. And the man was like, God, thank God it's the timer. That's the timer. And I was like, the stupid dog. And the man was like, yeah, you don't have to repeat it, dog. What your supposition is that everybody's afraid on the Trump side and the conservative side that Kamala Harris is going to sell herself as a black woman because a black woman in this day of our Lord 2024 is going to beat an old, gnarly, 78-year-old white male. And I was like, that's what my theory is, and that's what I believe is going to happen. But I've been proven wrong many times. And the man's like, yeah, you've been proven wrong a whole bunch of times, the dog. And I was like, yeah, the man, I have been proven, but you know what? It don't change the fact that you're running scared. And it's so hilarious because it used to be you tried to paint them black. Now you're trying to deny they're black. You used to try to paint them black and say they're black when maybe they were, maybe they weren't. You need to try to highlight they're black. Now you're trying to play down they're black. And I think it's good for the country. I think this means we made a few steps forward. And the man's like, yeah, it does. That does mean we made a few steps forward. I was like, settle down, the man. Go drink a drink of bourbon. And the man was like, you know what? Your black mistress, the dog, is Kamala Harris, but my dark mistress is Woodford Reserve. And I was like, don't try to paint me into any of your, don't try to, whatever. Do not try to define who I am, the man. And the man was like, and I was like, yeah. He was like, and I was like, whatever. It doesn't matter. Don't worry about it.